Welcome to the Formerly Agrogistics, now Allwage's video on processing an interim pay run. An interim pay run will allow you to generate a separate set of payslips and reports to pay out specific items outside of the regular pay run dates. Please take note of the current limitations for the interim pay run, such as only being able to select fixed earnings and only being able to do one interim run per employee per pay run, among others. You would have already needed to load the amount in templates before entering the interim run. View video in description box below to assist with this. Navigate to Payroll, Pay Runs. Select the correct pay run that you want to do the interim run for. Once in the pay run, you can select the employees that you want to include in the interim pay run using the checkboxes. You can select all and deselect the UN needed employees, or just select the employees you want to include. You won't be able to remove the employees in the next screen, so choosing the right employees is important. Once the employees are selected, you can click on Interim Payments in the selection menu bar. Select Add Interim Payments. Enter an interim payment name. Click on Choose Input Templates. Select the fixed earning template that you want to appear on a separate payslip from the list. You can select multiple templates. Once your selection is complete, you can click on Create Interim Payment. Here you can review the net pay that will show on the interim pay run payslip. You can also double-check the amount for the earnings, what the pay-as-you-earn and UIF and SDL on the selected earnings will be. The net salary will be the sum of the selected earnings minus the pay and UIF employee deduction. If any of the values are incorrect, you can click on Delete to restart the process. If the amounts are correct, you can click on Done. Now you can generate the reports for your records and to process the payment. You can access the interim pay run view from the side panel or for the selection menu. You could have multiple runs. Select the correct one and click on the three dots to select View Details. Now click on Export. Select the cost report. Ensure that you have selected the interim payments and that you select the correct pay run from the selection. Click on Export to download the report. You will see when you open this report only the selected earnings, along with the relevant statutory templates, will show on this cost report. The total earnings and total net pay on this report will only be your selected earnings minus the statutory deductions. Back in the system, click on the back arrow, click on Export, and then select the net pay report. Ensure that you have selected the interim payments, and that you select the correct pay run from the selection. Click on Export to download the report. This report will show you the net totals along with the employees' banking details. Back in the system, click on the back arrow, click on Export, and then select the bank payment files. Ensure that you have selected the interim payments, and that you select the correct pay run from the selection. Select the correct bank export file from the list. Click on Export. Click on Download Payment File. Remember that you shouldn't open up this file. If you want to view the details in the bank file, you can click on Download Report to check the amounts that will be paid. Back in the system, click on the back arrow, click on Export, and then select the payslips. Ensure that you have selected the interim payments, and that you select the correct pay run from the selection. Click on Export. The payslips will follow the default preset that has been set up in this pay run, but the Show Hours Worked Per Day block, the detailed hour breakdown and leave balances will not show on the payslip. Only the selected earnings and the statutory deductions on that amount will be on this payslip. Now you will complete the payment and give the employees the payslip. Once you have finalized the payments and given out the payslips, you can mark the interim as paid. There will be a payroll health check error that will be displayed in the pay run until you have either marked the pay run as paid, or archived the pay run if there was no interim payment done. Access the interim pay run by either clicking on the checkboxes and selecting Interim Run, or you can just click on the interim payments on the right-hand side menu. Select the correct pay run from the list. Click on the three dots and select View Details. You can now click on Mark as Paid. Please note that marking an interim pay run as paid will lock the payment. You will not be able to remove this pay run or adjust the payments in this pay run. Any changes will be corrections in the remaining pay run. Once you're certain, you can click on Mark as Paid and click on Confirm. You will see the payment pending tag will change and the pay run health check has disappeared upon refreshing your browser. When viewing the payroll screen of the employee, you will see what amounts were paid as part of the interim run, but the total amount will show on the screen. You will still follow the payroll checklist to ensure that the remaining payslip values are correct. You will then just generate the difference report so you can complete the outstanding payments. Navigate to the reports screen in the pay run. Click on Export next to Cost Report, New. A side panel will now appear. Here you can select to print the report for difference only. Click on Export to download the report. Once you open the report, you will see that this will be a full cost report, but the earnings that was part of the interim run will show as 0. All the incomes that remains on the payslip will be on the report, as well as all the deductions and company contributions. The total earnings and the net pay will only be the amounts that remains after the interim pay run was paid. All the reports in the pay run will bring up the side panel where you can select if you want to view the interim payments, the difference only or the all version of the report. The interim payments report was paid previously. The difference only report will only show the amount that remains after the interim payments were made. The all will include both the amounts for the interim and remaining run. As mentioned before, this will only filter in this way in the pay run screen. Please don't generate a bank file from the payment screen, as that file will only download the full version of the report that includes both the interim and difference payment. Reach out to us with any questions or queries. Thank you for watching our Allwage video.